The sensational news from inside court is that popular teacher Jesus of Nazareth has been found guilty and condemned to death just moments ago. Many commentators were tipping a possible suspended prison term, however, Governor Pilate issued the maximum sentence. And what's more, he ordered that the execution be carried out immediately.
Playing the judge was my least favourite aspect of the job. Fortunately, I wasn't called on to do that often, only when a death sentence was being called for. There was something very nice, though, about taking off the wig and gown, though. It was like saying, this part of your life is over, now you can get on to do other things.
Well, once the trial was over and the verdict read out, I received reliable intelligence to suggest that there'd be more rioting. So I personally supervised the security for the executions.
Well, there was a lot of media interest in the story, and Pilate was quite keen to limit the public backlash against his decision about Jesus. I mean, normally I would draft all the government obituary notices, but, well, on this occasion he just decided to take a personal hand in this one.
The opposition had forced the government to act, and he was trying to score a few political points. But I really thought that he was playing with fire. You know, I mean, to publish Jesus' claims as though they were fact, well, I mean, that's just going to make Jesus like a martyr, and I just think that's irresponsible.
I remember we just sat down to release the official government obituary notices for the executed men and the judgments brought against them. Well, I remember we had to turn on all the lights in the offices.
I got into the office and the email was down, so I thought I would just hand deliver the obituary notice to the newspaper. And it was so strange on that day, as soon as I got outside, I had no umbrella, but looking up at the sky on that day, yeah, I thought I'd well and truly be drenched.
Well, it began as a normal day at the office for me, actually. I was senior forecaster on duty at the Bureau that day, and I had personally signed off on the forecast that we had issued at 6 a.m. It was a little bit later in the day when I started to notice some observations coming in from our outer monitoring stations, and we use the EK3 models. We've had some trouble with them in the past, so I thought they were probably just malfunctioning again.
We were going about preparations for the executions when a dark bank of black cloud came across the sky and almost turned the city into night.
Well, it wasn't until the staff in my office were literally looking through the window and seeing this low-level cloud come over our heads in the office that I started to believe the reports we were getting in.
Well, I've witnessed a lot of executions in my time. Many of my men became unsettled. I heard some of them saying that it was an act of God, and even I began to wonder whether or not we were doing the right thing.
Well, for me it was business as usual. I thought we might cop a protest vote or two at a local by-election or something, but certainly nothing more than that.
The darkness of the storm cover lasted for a good 3 hours.
Jesus of Nazareth was executed at 3:05 p.m.
And then at 5 minutes past 3, the first earth tremors hit.